podcasts. Let's talk some sports. It's Big D Energy.
Yo. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D.
Right here, Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal. Ruhl. That guy over to my left is D-Mac, Darren McCarty. He's here in the house as well. We got Sam Flannel. He's on brand. He's on budget. We got Spencer Raxter here in the building. We are ready to rock. We are ready to roll. And, hey, man, let's do it since we're here right now. But, D-Mac, obviously I was out yesterday. How was the show yesterday, first and foremost?
Stick, as always, does such an admirable job filling in. It's still not the same. Your name came up a few times because we talked draft capital and stuff, and I think we were told a few times. Did I hit it all pretty much? Sam?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
Did everybody behave?
We behaved. Sam had I don't think he had a really bad take yesterday. I think it was just a normal take. It was a normal day. So things ran as smooth as could be without you, bud.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Sam Flannel's still with us. And the legend killer, Sam Flannel, as it were. But we are here in our YouTube chat thread. Get involved with the show. You can drop your thoughts, your comments into the YouTube chat thread. We will read those as the show rolls on. Detroit Dabber first in as per usual with the big what up, doe. Happy to have you guys with us. And we will be breaking it down really all day. And not much going on. Obviously, All-Star baseball game tonight. I know everyone will be locked and loaded for that one, just as you all were for the home run derby. Before I get into the home run derby, though, yesterday, so I was away yesterday, had some emceeing duties for my other employer, Oakland University, and got hit with the text, as per usual. Hey, we need this, and this from the grocery store on the way home. This is standard fare when you're married, Spencer. You guys will get that a little bit later on in your lives. But, you know what I do? I roll through and scoop up everything on the list because I don't want any problems. I just want to show up and get home and say, here, I delivered. But I did, I'm always paying attention, Spencer. And we've had this discussion many, many times. But the whole cream of wheat thing, as I rolled through, the cereal aisle was visibly bare. The oatmeal aisle had taken a hit as well. But let me tell you what hadn't taken any kind of hit whatsoever. The old cream of wheat stock was locked, loaded, and ready for any scenario because, D-Mac, as you know, none of those were gone. And we'll even go so far as to say the cocoa wheats or whatever it is that you guys call it, the maple and brown sugar ones, the old stock was on top of that. So needless to say, cream of wheat was both on brand and on budget and on stock because nobody's buying it. So can we put this to rest, please? Because I get this from you guys on occasion. Every now and then, the DM on social media, the tweet or whatever, I get it from you guys. Oh, I love cream of wheat, and I eat cream of wheat. No, you don't. That's the evidence right there. I win. You cream of wheat apologist, you lose. That's it. The game is over. OVA. Shut it down.
Okay. The real question here, though, right? Because we all know your stance on the cream of wheat. But, Spencer, how quick did Neal get his phone out of his pocket to take that picture? Less than 3 seconds. That was the quick. I wanted to see. Did you say you were at a Kroger?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to have to see the video footage of you walking by the aisle. I'm going to recreate it. There's Neal walk. Oh, I'm in the cereal aisle. Oh, I'm just going to walk down.
Well, Rice Krispies were on the list.
Right. No, you were looking, and then you realized, I'm just going to go see if, what I was told is true. And walk down, and then you see it, and then I bet you, did you have to go back to get whatever you were supposed to get down the aisle? Because you were... Boom, lost your marbles, couldn't find your phone, we couldn't wait to get that picture out.
No, because, Rice Krispies were on the list, and at that Kroger, there was a run on the breakfast stuff. Cereal aisle was very barren. I happened to get the last family-size box of Rice Krispies. And through all these holes in the stocks of all the shelves, there was one shelf that was full, and it looked out of place, D-Mac. It caught your eye right away.
Did you know what it was?
Oh, I suspected.
Did you go, oh my gosh, I know that's cream of wheat. So did you have your
100%?
Phone? Did you have your phone out as you went towards it, or did you have to go down there and give your, I knew it?
No, it was one of those you people moments where you cream of wheat people, everyone tells me, they tell me they like it. They tell me they eat it. And look at this, just not one box sold, as a matter of fact. Where you at? Where you at, cream of wheat people? Because you're not out there buying your cream of wheat. So just stop.
Neal, to be fair, these are the cocoa wheats that I talk about. That's some good stuff right there. I love.
You look at Spence on
that
the
wasn't
low
even an option there because they
wheats.
stopped making those in 1994.
They are
Those
out.
are good.
Those are out of stock.
Yeah.
That's
No
what
way.
he's saying. Yours
Yes.
are out of stock.
No way. No way. They don't even have that as an option. On the YouTube chat thread, Cigar Guy 911, no, they needed fresh stock for the weekend run. Be quiet, Neal.
It's true.
Ryan Long says cream of wheat is
The
mid.
weekend run.
Bronco 81, what the hell is cream of wheat? So, yeah, okay. That's what it is. Prag Patel, they did that after I went through and bought all of it. That guy 62, here he goes again. No, because it's a fact. And I continue to get these messages from you guys out there. People pop up. I eat it. It's good. Spence, you know, because I share them with you guys. I get pictures of people eating it. I get pictures of people standing with the box in front of their pantry.
It's true.
Somebody's lying because it's all there at the store. Either you have a box that your parents bought in the 80s or you're lying about it, one of the two. Either way, someone's not telling the truth here, Spencer. And what am I about, D-Mac? What are we about on this show?
We're all about the truth. Accountability and the truth.
Two things.
Well,
Accountability
you didn't
and the truth.
see me in the pregame eating cream of wheat, right?
No.
Well, it's not really an option at the roast.
Well,
but
you were eating breakfast here in our Woodward Sports /
absolutely.
Lady Jane's compound.
When I was
For the pre-show video, we interrupted your breakfast that consisted of a very common breakfast. Over easy eggs.
over medium
eggs, some toast.
Some toast, some bacon, well done.
No cream of wheat anywhere to be found. That's the way it is.
It is.
No, Noah says cream of wheat's nice and all, but it's Taco Tuesday. That is true. That is true. Southpaw Slabs. I eat cream of wheat for dessert. No, you don't. You're lying to me, South. No. Yeah, you do not do that. CJ Schneider. Cream of wheat is ass. Tammy Chin. Ew, cream of wheat. Right. Can we settle this? Just a quick YouTube flash poll. Just a quick flash poll. Be honest. For real. Once and for all. Do you eat cream of wheat?
Have you eaten cream of wheat in the last year?
Fair, yeah. Be honest. I want that. Be honest. Once and for all.
By choice.
Have you eaten cream of wheat in the last year? No, you haven't.
By choice.
Because it's all at the store. This poll should be. Now, I know a lot of you people want to get me worked up and stuff. So I got a 10% gap or whatever.
I know this
if this isn't 90%,
this is a little off
I
topic,
quit.
but Quaker, right? It is Quaker's. So what runs Quaker's brand? Obviously, if they're still hanging on to, like, if this was a stock market or if this was like a streaming service,
the apples and cinnamon, instant, like. It's goated.
So the goated one's on the stick. Just drag this one behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Because how are you going to compete? Because apples and cinnamon Quaker's good.
Cream of wheat's grandfathered in, pretty much. That's like grandfathered in to they're always going to supply it.
I mean, I guess. Well, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that, D-Mac. I think it's like candy corn. I think it's one and the same. Where they put this stock out, nobody buys it, then they pull it back off. And then this is how candy corn works. Around this time, I've been getting tweets from people there that the stock has started. They just bring the same ish from last year and put it out there. And then nobody buys it. And then come Halloween, they take it back and they just set it in the back. And then they blow the dust off of it the next year and put it back out. That's what cream of wheat is.
What about this, Neal?
Which one? What? What in the hell is that? What the hell is that?
We had some of that back in the day.
Get some help.
What is that?
Farnia, whatever you want to call it. We had a box sitting in there for years. My brother wrote Chronicles of on the top of it. It was a good time.
What is that?
I don't know. It's enriched creamy hot wheat cereal. It sounds dirty.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you guys? YouTube chat poll.
But there's no way. I agree with the chat. There's no way people eat cream of wheat.
27%.
In the
27% of you saying
yes.
yes.
In the winter, it might be reminds you of an old staple. I'm just saying, there's a couple people.
And yes, D-Mac, you're right, because my tastes change, right? I'm not sitting out after I get done mowing the lawn when it's 90 degrees and cracking a bottle of bourbon and sitting out on the deck and having a bourbon. No, that's too much. It's too much. I'll have a beer, or I'll have a seltzer or a mulligan or something like. Yes, those I will have. That is on brand. That is acceptable. If you say, hey, no, it's not really something I do in the summertime, but that's not true. Nobody ever eats it. Ever. Ever, ever. Here we go. There's always somebody. Louis M.
Yep.
Absolutely love farina. That's a Spanish food I ate growing up for sure. Yep. Really, that looked a lot like cream of wheat with a Spanish name to it.
Yeah. It was solid.
Yeah, but you would try...
Is it cream of wheat?
But wouldn't you try the farina before you tried the cream of wheat?
100% yes.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
100% yes. I would.
And even more so because it's, Hispanic. So they know how to put stuff in it.
Rack says, excellent source of iron and folate. What the hell is folate? That's a great question. What is folate?
I'm on it.
In the YouTube chat thread, what is folate?
It cooks in only 2.5 minutes. Quick breakfast.
You guys, man. Doughboy Steve, a dab of butter and a little brown sugar. Tuck the Michigan Butcher. It's a staple breakfast food in my house. Tuck, no, it's not. You're just trying to show off for the chat thread, and I'm not having it. 24% of you say you have eaten cream of wheat. And this, remember, be honest, for real, once and for all. We're not going to go back to this. It's one of those things, D-Mac. You know how I like to roll. Things just strike me.
All right. And
what is it?
And folate produces healthy red blood cells, is critical during periods of rapid growth, such as pregnancy and fetal development.
So it's good for the kids.
It's good for the pregnancy.
Farina for the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
Farina love the kids. Just like Trick. Trick love the kids.
Yeah. See?
There it is.
All right,
now
fair.
we learn something new every day.
Folate.
That's why they keep it on there, because it's healthy for you.
Yes.
Still, everyone's choosing that over cream of wheat. Still. That's just what it is. Prag Patel, cream of wheat, the main ingredient is porridge. So basically every bear eats it, right?
Yeah.
Goldilocks, right? The three bears.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. Southpaw Slabs, I eat cream of wheat and have an electric lawnmower. One of those is true. One of those is not true.
Just do a Jose De Laos.
Was
a little unsettling.
Unsettling observation in the wonder what year Farina did their advertising. That's all we're saying.
I doubt when they came up with the model of that advertisement, I doubt color with print was an option even.
Yeah, probably not.
No, but it was. It's just something I noticed. It's just something
and
that...
let people know, you do have more disdain for candy corn than you do cream.
Oh, million percent.
Yeah, the same.
1,000,000%.
I don't want people to get it wrong.
You can dress up cream of wheat.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can dress up. It's like Cool Whip. Everything that you dip in Cool Whip is just a delivery whip.
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip. Everything that you dip in Cool Whip is just a delivery vehicle for the Cool Whip.
For the Cool Whip?
You can dress up cream of wheat and make cinnamon or honey or whatever the delivery vehicle for the cream of wheat. Like, you can do it.
Who's got the best cream of wheat recipe?
Stop. Hey, if you're going to eat cream of wheat, you're going to eat cream of wheat. You know what you should do instead? Crack a Cintron, because it's the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. Cintrons combine all three of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box that surely will move off the shelves quicker than any box of cream of wheat. Try Cintron's great tasting cranberry, classic and sugar-free, all in one package. Pre-order your Cintron 6-pack sampler box today at CintronWorld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Cintron, and let's go Red Wings.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Neal Ruhl here for the Monroe Street Midway. All summer long, the Monroe Street Midway is open in downtown Detroit. Enjoy basketball, roller skating, mini golf, art, live music, food trucks, and more. A fun, safe event for everyone ages 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com. Again, that's deckedoutdetroit.com for more information. Brought to you by Bedrock Detroit. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter here in the building. Happy y'all are with us. And we're just chopping it up, and we're at that dead zone part where I believe it's tomorrow. I know there's only like 3 days of the year where you don't have one of the four major sports going. And I think tomorrow is one of those 3 days. I forget what the other ones are, but yeah, so it's just that summertime part where the All-Star game comes and goes. That is tonight, by the way. Miguel Cabrera, MVP tonight, right?
Are you
Who
locked
says no?
in? Are you locked in on the All-Star game?
I'll watch it. I got some Detroit City stuff to get ready for the weekend on, so I'll have it on, but I won't be, quote, watching it per se. I do want to know, and our YouTube chat poll, by the way, be honest for real once and for all. Have you eaten cream of wheat in the last year? 29% of you say yes, you have, and 19% of you are lying. But whatever, you're the one, as my good friend Darren McCarty would say, you're the one that has to lay your head on your pillow and say, man. Today was so great. I lied to Neal about that whole cream of wheat thing. I don't really eat it, but I said that I did. So, good for you. If that makes you feel good, then go ahead and do that as we shut that down. 70% of you say no. I figured that number had to be at least 85 to 90, but, whatever. We move on, and so last night was the home run derby, and Juan Soto won the home run derby. Ronald Acuna hit one out of Dodger Stadium, which I didn't know was possible.
How far did that ticker tape measure?
I forget what the number. I forget what the number was.
Did you guys watch?
I watched it for about a minute and a half.
Well, Spence, did you watch with Braylon?
Yeah, I watched.
Did you tell Braylon his dog was blind?
I did.
What happened there?
I asked him if his dog was blind because I called her over and she walked up to me. I looked her in her eyes and they were like, kind of gray a little bit. They had like the bluish gray tint.
She's got her card, bro.
Yeah.
It's glaucoma.
Okay, that's fair.
But no. She was fine. No,
she was good.
I think your butt hurt Braylon a little bit.
Yeah, he was like, bro, he was like, what do you mean she's blind? He's like, she's looking right at me.
No, what? Here, let me give you a quick lesson on how you can get you just said, well, it's compassion and what a great person you were, is that it wouldn't surprise me if you raised a blind dog.
Yeah, I thought,
see how that works, kid. See how that just went there? You just gave him his flowers and got yourself out of a jam. Stick around.
There's more where that came from.
There's more where that came from.
Michael Daniel on the YouTube chat thread. LOL, Neal, if cream of wheat companies wanted you guys to advertise their product, would you? Neal Ruhl here for cream of wheat, and every breakfast, every morning, for me, it starts with cream of wheat. On Saturdays, on the weekend, I'll get a little crazy with the cocoa wheats as well. If I want to change up, the maple, brown sugar, and cinnamon cream of wheat really hits the spot. You can chop up bananas, put butter in there, cinnamon, whatever you want to do. Cream of wheat, maybe the most versatile breakfast food that you have in your pantry right now. Maybe you don't even know it. There could be some right there. Bust open that box and have yourself a day with cream of wheat.
Don't forget, fueling this vessel since 1978. Right? You know what I'm saying? Right there. And everybody's going to go, wait, Neal, I thought you didn't eat cream of wheat. Huh. That
was before the bag, everybody.
Before the bag. It's all about that bag. About that bag. No trouble.
It absolutely is.
Speaking about the bag, and Sam, did you watch the Home Run Derby?
I watched most of it, yes.
Okay, so Juan Soto.
Got $1 million.
We talked about, got $1 million. To turn down $440 million, we were talking about this yesterday, about how he was offered $440 million. What was the term? 14 years?
15 years.
15 years, and he turned it down. Wow. Talk about betting on yourself. What do you think he's going to sign for now after that performance?
Well, see, here's the thing.
Like
and
what
I know,
he did, we were talking about him and Miguel Cabrera in the same breath yesterday about,
because they're on par with each other.
For average, whatever. And just, I love the fact it's almost like the powers that be are listening and going, okay, kid, go out and put a show on and remind everybody who you are. That's what it was. Sam Flannel came out yesterday and said Juan Soto was the best player for the Nationals when they won. It could be argued Rendon was, but apples and oranges, he was a valuable piece. But I guess that raises a lot of questions, how to up your stock. So what, as he's hitting these home runs, and it was, you mentioned it earlier, that didn't look like the ball that's been pitched throughout the Major League Baseball.
Well, it was great to see the juiced ball back, because let's be real.
They didn't throw them away, folks. They just hit them for the Derby.
No, and it was great to see the juiced ball back. And I was talking with my buddy that used to live in L.A. for a long time, because I could tell, even you could tell the balls were juiced, but B, you could tell they were at Dodger Stadium, because the ball just doesn't carry there like it does at other places. How many balls did you see that went to the wall and didn't go out? You saw a lot yesterday, which you don't typically see, especially in the home run derby. I guess they call it the marine layer out there, where the air is heavier than it is in some other parts. That's why you don't see a lot of home runs in San Diego and LA and San Francisco and all that. It's a real thing. The quote-unquote marine layer is real. But it was good to see the juice baseball. And it reminded me that, and look, we've talked about the Tigers and how they struggle offensively and all of that. Look, don't get me wrong. As critical as I've been, the ball is different this year. We can all tell that, except for Aaron Judge, who by the way has 33 home runs. The Tigers starting lineup this year has 33 home runs.
He's another guy who bet on himself. He
absolutely.
turned down his deal, and now he's going to win MVP in the World Series and get paid $500 million.
Absolutely. But see, here's the thing though with Juan Soto, and just to kind of, because he won the home run derby, and I didn't get a chance yesterday to weigh in on it, Juan Soto would have been a fool to take that contract.
That's what Braylon was saying last night.
A fool.
Yeah.
$29 million per? That's 10% less than Miggy gets right now.
Yeah, that's what Braylon was saying last night.
Like you'd be a fool to take that contract. Mm-hmm. And I know that
I think because the back end is so large and it's guaranteed. And like Southpaw Slab says, honestly, I was terrified Soto would get hurt every time he took a swing. Such violence was thinking the whole time should have taken the $440 million. I think because that number we're not used to seeing.
And that's it.
Right? Which blows you away. But then when you go, right? So that's why if you use the tack that I use, get excited, do whatever, look at it, and then go to your draft capital money guy and go, okay, Neal, but what's the reality of it?
Yeah, there's no way you should take that.
Right, and because when you break it down at $29 million, where Miggy's making this.
32.
So technically, what are you thinking? Because that's all Southpaw's thinking you should have taken the money because you're going to hurt yourself, which is what came to mind, a part of the guarantee. But also, too, what is he going to make? What is somebody going to sign him to? $550 million? $520 million? Is he going to make $35 million a year? Right? Like that's what I'm asking, because you mentioned it. Aaron Judge did the same thing, but these guys are betting on themselves. Because you know why, Neal? The money's out there. It's not like they're fighting each other for the money out there. Right? I mean, Aaron Judge not taking the extension and playing in New York, betting on himself, is a great thing, and that's what's maybe we're seeing a new trend.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, no, there is, but the thing for me with Juan Soto, and here's why, and I don't know if anybody brought this up yesterday, but here, you want to know what the deal is and why the Nationals would do that and put that out there? Because they know he's not going to take that, but they can go to their fans and say, we offer $440 million, man.
It's the old Al
It's the old Detroit Tigers
Carlos
play.
Correa.
It goes back to Max Scherzer. All of that. Because, again, I always said this.
We did our best.
Who puts out a release or who brings it up when you offer a contract that a player doesn't accept? Only somebody who wants you to know that they didn't accept your offer. And that the Tigers ran this play with Scherzer. And that, going back to it, that's the day the music died for the Tigers, to me, was the day Max Scherzer walked out the door when they offered him that. I mean, you say $150 million is insulting. Based on what he got from the Nationals, it was insulting. And, for Juan Soto, he'd be a fool to take that contract. He's 23.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Well, yeah, but he can refuse that one. Because, yes, D-Mac, the answer is yes. Where if he wanted to do that lifetime deal, the 15-year deal till he's 38, yeah, he can get $550 and $36-37 million a year and lock that in. But how I would do it if I were him is I would sign that 5-year, the 5-year 50, 5 years, $250 million. The premium, you got to pay a premium to get a shorter term, right? That's how it works. If you're the team,
right,
you got to pay a premium to get a shorter term. That's what I do, and then I backload the next deal. That's how I would attack it, so I can get that $38 million a year until I'm 40.
Right.
Because that's what the market dictates. Because that's what Pujols got. That's what Cabrera got. It's not going backwards. That's the baseline, right?
That's the interesting thing, Neal. I guess that's the point I was trying to make, is that I don't see this reverting. Sometimes in other sports you see it top out. Well, we see it. It's almost like in the NFL we saw it super jump with the wide receivers. All of a sudden they're the most valuable, and guys are getting $20 million a year. But this ain't happening for these contracts. So guys, is that what you suspect? These are like the guys, the big time players, like Aaron Judge. Like this only goes for the elite of the elite, right? Where
right,
they could double dip on that, and then are you always taking injury into play? Because that's always there's pros and cons to all of that. I mean, guaranteed money is guaranteed money. Who are you to? And everybody's position is different.
100%.
So
but those are the two tactics.
What is he making now?
$17 million this year, because he's still under team control.
So it's not like he's penniless. It's
right,
not like he's coming off that rookie deal where he's making $800,000 or $1 million. So he's made some dollars. Like he's got money that he can't spend right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's one of those things too, because he's still got, I think, 2 years still of arbitration if you get technical about it. So it's just with the restructuring of the collective bargaining agreement, when you win World Series or World Series MVP, stuff like that, if you're still under team control, you do get a significant bump in your salary. But yeah, it's one of those things where he's in the driver's seat, because even with Aaron Judge, he's 30.
Right. This kid's 23.
He's 23.
I think that's what we forget. In the back of my mind, he's 26, 27, but no, he's 23 years old.
Yeah, Brandon Katz says that the Nationals' offer was market value. $29 million per, and I don't care the term, for Juan Soto is not market value. Brandon, it's not. And once they knew he wasn't going to take it, they put it out there. They wanted to trade him from second one. That's what they want to do. What they're doing, what Al should have done with Fulmer the second he won Rookie of the Year. Because they know their window's shut, and it's over, and it's going to be 5 years before they get another window. So why keep him, right?
No, it makes sense.
Why should they have kept Michael Fulmer? That's the thing with me that was maddening about it. No. And you know what they should do is they should trade Soto and then sign up for Guardian Alarm.
No, they should sign up for Guardian Alarm. Just like you could sign up for Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts to keep you safe and give you peace of mind, whether you're at home or on the road 24 hours a day. So, come on, people, join the family. Give them a call. 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
98 straight days of protecting the flannel. They can protect whatever you need to. 1-800.
Stay out. Get out of my house.
Guardian Alarm, your local security experts. Tell them Big D Energy sent ya.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Big Frog Novi, that's right. Get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. That's right, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog and Novi. Just stop in, tell them that we sent you, and they will print you one on the spot. So go to Big Frog Novi today, get your free t-shirt, or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
What it do? Back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren, McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxer. Gang is all here. And we got it on and popping right now. Michael Daniel says, just wondering, when did they change when the All-Star team winner had home field for the World Series? That was, I think, 2017, I want to say. That was the last time that they did that. You going to watch the All-Star game tonight, D-Mac?
Yeah.
You will. You watch Sunday Night Baseball, for Christ's sake. You'll be watching the All-Star game.
I'll throw it on. I'm more excited about that than the home run derby and stuff like that. I just like to see, the different teams, guys. Obviously, when Miggy gets his at-bat in, the 6th or 7th or whenever they give him that shot, I'll want to tune in because it's probably the last time you're going to see him in an All-Star game. So,
yeah,
it'll be interesting. Again, it goes back to, I liked it when they were competing for the 7th game. The home field. The home field.
You know what I liked it when? I liked it when they wore their team's jerseys. I like that the best.
Yeah. So you know who played for who and stuff like that. No, I do.
I miss that. It was cool. And then the American League, when the game was in a National League park, the American League teams wore their away jerseys, and the National League teams. I do miss that. That's my get off my lawn moment.
Too. Yeah, exactly.
It'd be different too if there's been a couple cool All-Star jerseys, but for the most part they suck. Is that fair?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You're the legend killer.
Look at all the different incognitions of all-star games and all the different sports and what they try to do, and they're always trying to do something different. There's been some big hits and big misses, especially with the uniforms.
I agree. So, legend killer. You with me on that, or no? Am I being an old man?
No, you're not being an old man. The All-Star jerseys are kind of mid. It's cool the way when they used to wear their team jerseys. And remember when the NBA used to do it too? Those were some kind of fun times. It's kind of a nostalgia factor. I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind if they went back to that.
You know what's funny is the NBA was the only one that got it right, I feel like, with the All-Star jersey. Their All-Star jerseys, now lately they've taken a turn for the worse, but that late 80s into the early 90s, into the mid 90s. The dopest one was when they played in Phoenix, and it had the cactus on there with the sun and everything. That was pretty cool, the NBA All-Star jerseys. But I do miss that. I do miss that. Is there
anything you're looking for? Like, you'll turn it on?
Yeah, I'll turn it on, and I'll watch. I mean, I don't know. It's like they try too hard to present it. You know what I'm saying? Like, every moment can't be the greatest moment in the history of our lives. Like, just let ish play out from time to time, man. Just let it play out. Not everything is the greatest thing ever. I don't know.
No, I agree. I mean, has the All-Star weekend in baseball lost its luster? I mean, is there an All-Star game or weekend that you look forward to watching?
No, because they keep trying different stuff every 2 years. There's like, they never let anything run its course and try to attract an audience. Do
you think because there's so much sports on TV and because you can watch it whenever you want, then the All-Star games are one of the games in the totality that suffers because people are there's some sort of burnout effect? Like, I remember when we were younger, right? The All-Star weekend or the All-Star game in every sport was an event. Right, it was
because the best guys always did it. Like the dunk contest was Jordan and Dominique.
So it has to do with not familiarity with the guys like we used to be growing up.
Well, that's the way we are in this country, though, D-Mac, right? Like, we want the highest level of something or else we don't go. And we've specialized that to the point where we won't go to Atlanta Hawks Pistons on a Tuesday night at LCA. But when Golden State comes into town, then the building's full. And I think social media, it always goes back. I think social media has a part of that because people want to be there and say, "Hey, I was at the big game."
Accessibility, then it's lost the luster, right? Because they got to try so much and there's no consistency.
And like the best guys aren't there now. And I know, like yesterday, that like they did have some of the best guys.
That was a good lineup and a good performance as far as All-Star game home runs go, especially in that ballpark. Because I think if you're going to criticize everybody when they do something you don't like, you have to give them props when they do something right. And for whatever reason, somebody realized in Major League Baseball that they had to go find those balls and put those balls back in, especially out there, because I thought like that made it exciting. I was wondering about because it's not the home run. The West Coast ain't the home run ballparks. Right? That's
the marine layer,
That's the Bostons and the New Yorks and stuff like that. But just so entertainment value, I think they got it right. And I think to your point is if they took them less serious and made it more of an entertaining, whether it's like not the end-all be-all, but just what they are presenting and what it is. I think that the NHL did that in a way, making it 3-on-3, whether you like it or not. At least there's some entertainment if you're gonna dial it in. So it'll be interesting tomorrow.
I'll ask you, and this is kind of one of those, these conversations just pop up. I'll ask you, when you were coming into the league, that was about the boom time for All-Star weekends and All-Star festivities, huge, and all that kind of stuff. Sergei and Wayne Gretzky and Yzerman and everybody, if they got selected, they were fired up to be there. They would maybe they weren't fired up behind the scenes to be there because it is a little bit of a break and stuff like that. But still, they went and they showed out, and it was the highest level of the highest players in the league that were in these games and in these competitions and stuff like that. It's just now it just doesn't seem important. It doesn't seem important to the player. And look, I get the business side of it.
That's a great point. And I think just the parody and stuff. My favorite All-Star story memory, and I wasn't involved, but it just, heard it back, was when Bob Probert made the All-Star game. And Stevie tells this story, and he says that, there's Stevie, and, he's been there before, and so it's Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier and all these guys. Everybody in the locker room on down was so excited to meet Proby that hadn't met him, from Wayne's to everything else, that he was the star. So guys from around the league appreciate that, and I think that players appreciated that when they get together. So I can use the same analogy for doing the NHL Players Association weekends or whatever, when all the guys come in and we had one in Banff and then there was one in Toronto and whatever. And if you're going for the weekend where you get to see everybody from the other teams, there's a camaraderie sort of there. So I think that if and why wouldn't it be? So if the players don't take it as seriously or as prideful, then why should the fans?
Right. And I'm not saying that they don't. It's just the continued...
The luster. There was a luster and a something about you got selected and you were going to do whatever it took to make it there because you were proud and representing, instead of it was my God, I got to play another game.
Yeah, and then it turned to that, and I think that's when the fans kind of checked out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because now it seems like the pendulum swung back a little bit where the players are very serious once again about playing because they understand they need to grow the game, because once television ratings start to go down, you're like, like that next CBA, if the ratings are down, you know what the owners are going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Advertising revenue is down, so revenue's down. So your contracts are down. Like there's certainly a trickle down to it. Machiavelli sucks to go. International financier Neal, 2 air conditioners Ruhl, throws out millions like I throw out old shoes. I'm not in that spot, but I'm just giving you what I feel to be the reasoning and logic, at least what I would be if I were in that situation. That's how I would think of it.
Absolutely. And I think that out of all the All-Star games, like the baseball one has the ability to be that exciting. You know, even from the introductions. And like you said, I think the uniforms, I think that's a big play, Neal. And if I was going to give the suggestion is to do it like they used to. If you're playing in LA tonight, then the National League's got the home jerseys and the American League wears their away jerseys. I like that because there's that identifying tool. And it sort of gives you as a fan, if you had a player there from your team, a pride thing that everybody else gets to see, right? That's our guy.
Yeah. People talking to, like Mark Walston says, in 20 years, baseball will be cooked on both sides. The last of the older generation will be gone. And that's the thing, right? Like, that's the thing we're all kind of staying tuned for and seeing what happens. Now, I think there's two angles to that, and I don't want it to devolve into is baseball dead discussion. It's just but revenues are at all-time highs. So both things, it's either how can something be dying where revenues are at all-time highs? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
there's different.
Both things can't be true there.
So the money filtering in from the TV, if it used to be 10, now it's 5. Well, if you're making money, then you're getting it from somewhere else you didn't get it from before.
Right.
So it's out there.
So it's out there, and you're not dying if your revenue's at an all-time high.
So I don't want to hear
out.
about. I just want to hear about you're making money. Well, where's the win-win there? Instead of the TV deal's down. I don't care. Your streaming service is up.
Brandon Katz, Juan Soto will not get an offer of more than $30 million per year in a 15-year or more deal. It's a lifetime contract. I believe he would. They'll give somebody would give him $500 for 15.
You're almost predicting some sort of trade thing, and then somebody with the sign and trade long-term deal.
That's up to Juan Soto though, right? Where I kind of laid out my plan is I would do the five at $250. And then when I'm 28, make somebody pay the bill.
Yeah.
Because that's the market.
That's what we forget. He's got a whole 5-year contract between now and and when he's supposed to be in his prime.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, it's not going backwards from Albert Pujols and Miguel Cabrera. At 28, you're going to sign that 10-year, $350 million deal.
Right.
You are. That's the market, Brandon. I didn't make it. Pujols' agent, Miggy's agent, they made it. Wait and see what Aaron Judge gets. Because you can get Aaron Judge now, but you're paying for what he did at the back end of that deal.
Right. Aaron Judge is more set up for a Miguel Cabrera deal than Juan Soto at this time because of the age. But in 10 years, you could be saying
he's going to be cracking the $40 million for 8 years. He's going to be.
Yep.
So if you're Juan Soto, why would you not do it that way? Why not get $50 million for 5 years, and then on the back end of that, then you cash in your $40 a year till you're 39 years old? You see what I'm saying? I just made you $200 million right there.
Yeah, anybody who wants to sign up for Neal Ruhl's sports agency, come on over.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you can go to Big Boy.
We have our local meetings at Big Boy.
Yeah, so and then I do my seminars at Big Boy, and why wouldn't I? Because they got ciabatta, summer salads, hand dip shakes, and it's all at Big Boy. A chicken club, a chicken cordon bleu, or the banger, the sunrise ham and cheddar on grilled ciabatta bread. Or you keep it light, if you want to do that. Michigan apple salad, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad as well. And then the grand finale, the hand dip, cookies and cream, or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better at Big Boy.
It's Feldman's Carmageddon, the 4-day used car super sale. We're putting an end to high prices. 4 days of the best deals with more than 3,000 used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Carmageddon starts July 21st at 8 convenient locations. If you're tired of not being able to get the car you want, then shop Feldman's Carmageddon, the 4-day used car super sale. Hurry in while supplies last.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, Come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren, McCarty. We got Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter as well. Yeah, no, people are chatting about it. Abe, DFS docket, says signing a 5-year deal is risky as opposed to getting 15 years guaranteed. But that's the thing where you're taking $50 million a year instead of 30. Obviously you can't account for injury and stuff like that. That's how I would do it. I'd do the 250 at 5, and then I'd get the Miguel Cabrera or whatever Aaron Judge signs for 12-year deal, a 10-year deal after that. That's how I would do it, and I would maximize that earning power. I mean, I guess, yeah, you think about it, you're risking, you're risking $150 million or whatever, that number turns out to be, but, it's all monopoly money anyway, right? I mean, I've heard players say that before. Ramirez from Cleveland talked about that. Like, there's no difference to me between $150 million and $350 million. You've said that line before.
Yeah, I don't know, and that goes to the individual.
Right.
But to a guy like yourself with 2 furnaces and in every house, we got 6 houses. I mean, that adds up. You need that extra $200 million.
No, yeah, absolutely you do. You never know what natural gas is going to do out there. We talked about the fact that it's summer and it's July. Football is around the corner, and we're going to be popping here on Woodward Sports Network. Believe that. You will not get better football coverage anywhere than here. We got our insiders that are in the building. Of course, Corey Woods will be out there. His life's about to end until January, but he'll be out there and he'll be providing content. Woodward Sports on social media. Make sure you follow that. We're a news entity, everybody, whether some people out there like it or not. We're out there in the streets, too. I know that it's crazy for some people to think, but yes, we are. We talked about, Tuck coming, they always say. And I always said Isaiah Livers coming. Woodward coming, too. So don't forget that, everybody. And
this
we'll show.
guy coming. Everyone is coming.
Show us, Woodward. Okay, we gonna see.
Show us.
Did want to talk about this, though. And it is kind of football related, and it's fun. And I'll lean on the Young Bucks. I'll lean on the Spencer Raxters. I probably should have got my son in here for this one as well. Madden rankings for the pass catchers have been released. Jamison Williams made some news in that respect. A 98 speed rating.
Number 2 in the NFL, behind only Tyreek Hill.
And who does he get compared to with as fast as who? Tyreek Hill. So, again, looks like the media, or not the media guy, the video game guys got it right on that category. It's always interesting to see, I said to Spencer, be interesting from last year to this year where guys improved, where they didn't. Yeah, he's got speed, which brings different things, but let me know. I know no-brainer 98's really good, but in the overall, looking at these rankings, we got 3 receivers, our top 3 guys are at 78. First off, is 78 a good ranking in Madden?
That's about average, right, Spence?
Yeah, that's average. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's good. I wouldn't say it's bad. You see it here. They got, like you said, Amon-Ra, DJ Chark, Jameson Williams all at 78, and then Cephas and Reynolds at 73. So
the glaring question here is if Williams is a 98 speed, where did he lose all his points in there? So
strength. He's only a 63. Awareness, he's a 65.
Which accounts for being a rookie.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
But is that on right where the awareness to that is strictly because you're a rookie?
Because you're a rookie and you don't know what you don't know.
And they always improve over the season. Like, you'll always see the Instagram post of Ocho Cinco, like, "Oh, you balled out this week, man. We're bumping you up 4 points." And so,
they do change their. Do they go down too?
They can go down. Yes, they can go down.
Wow.
But most of the time, it's just up. So I expect Amon-Ra to be at 83 by the end of the year for sure.
So what do you want your receivers to be? What do we expect? Like if we're taking all things in consideration, is where do you want your players ranked so that when you look into your game, that they're getting the proper respect. Now, wins and losses help that. Obviously, games help that. But where do you expect, I guess, these top three to be at if the Lions are successful?
I expect them all to be around 85s. If the Lions are doing really good, I expect Jameson Williams will be the highest eventually when he comes to his potential. But this year, he'll probably be the lowest of the three. I expect Amon-Ra to be right at an 85 if he continues what he did last year and into this year and has that whole stretch all year. I think if you got three of them that are right around 85s, 84, 85, then you got a great wide receiving core.
YT Sparty, what number is Jameson is that jersey selling? He will be number 18 this year, but number 1 in your heart. There is no question about that. Sparty also says, what mass transit gets you from the airport to Ann Arbor? That would be Uber or Lyft. That's it. That's all. That's all. By the way, too, I haven't done some traveling this summer. I don't know if you all have dialed up the Uber. Mm-hmm. What happened there, man? Jesus. I mean, I get it. I know gas is expensive.
It's like $40 for like a 5 mile.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy in these streets, man. Wild. It's absolutely crazy. But just talking Madden ratings, and look, is that real? No. Does that have an impact on anything? No. Is it kind of fun to kick it about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the guys like it. It's important. Like the guys like it. Like J-Mo posted about it.
D-Mac talks about his time being on video games and stuff.
I'm telling you, I said it all along, is that this is a low key. This is like the Vegas odds. We didn't have the Vegas odds. Where you look and you see how right? What is Vegas? Vegas doesn't usually get it wrong, right? When you're seeing when we're talking about sports betting and stuff like this. But in the rankings, there is that rookie coming in. I mean, my guy stunk when my first year. But as you win and you get better, your guy gets better. And I always got the major props and stuff. And even to last year's game, I was on the all grit team. So I mean, still staying relevant, or it's important. More than you think of how you're viewed in the video game world by the people that create these games. Don't get it twisted. We, as a professional athlete, that means something. That means more than what Bob Dipshit says about me in a column. I don't care about your opinion.
Yeah.
Question for you, D-Mac, and feel free to plead the fifth on it if you want. You still get a bag for that when you're in
You never did get a bag. No, that's all part of your NHLPA. For that, and that goes into the players. So it goes back to the players. Yeah, no, the NFL guys are the ones that Joink was saying get like 10 grand or 15 grand a year. There's no bags, no insurance from the, you get thrown out. What have you done for me lately? Let's move on.
So they use your likeness and don't compensate you for your likeness.
Well, they compensate the NHLPA for everybody. Right, along with what?
So you have to be playing to get money as part of the video game stuff, or no? So you never got any money. You never got anything. You don't get money. All
the money that you're supposed to get here is maybe it's to the NHLPA in Darren McCarty's honor for the video game. Here's his cut, PA. But everybody, hockey cards are the same that are released by the PA. Or like Upper Deck that are like official, and all the card people out there know the ones I'm talking about. But you sign so many, and you might get like $1 a card.
Really?
Yeah. So a lot of guys don't sign them, or whatever else, because you know what? I don't know about you, but a lot of guys when you send and so at least let me remember. So at least what they'd send, Neal, is they'd send you a FedEx thing, and they'd have like 250 or 500.
Yeah.
Template plates.
And you sign the plates, right?
They want you to sign that, and then they'd stick them on to whatever else. I mean, they'd send them to the rink, and they're still sitting there years later from guys not giving a care, because you're going to have to want to commit a little bit more to walk guys through the process. But if they're not getting anything, so there's always a little bit of contention, but it was there. That was never really a question, because it was nobody ever made money off that.
Right.
Now, you individually, you could if you're doing separate
If you
stuff.
set a separate, like Gretzky had a side deal with Upper Deck and
Right.
stuff like that. He was Upper Deck exclusive. That's
right.
different.
And just like anything else, the more power you got, the more you could
more
figure
juice.
it out. The
Yeah.
more juice. So I'm sure it might be different these days, but I assume that it's probably not.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like the autograph cards, because even people I talk to, like even the guys at Oakland that have gone pro, Kay Felder and Keith Benson and Kendrick Nunn and all those guys, keeping up with them, they would have a side deal like Upper Deck or whoever. They would cut them deals. Like Kay's first deal, I think, was around $5,000 or something like that, and he signed, I think, 2,000 cards or something like that. So I guess it's $2 a signature as well. But I mean, he was a second-round pick. He wasn't like a lottery guy or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
and he's a college player.
Yeah. So I mean, but it was still, he's got 5 Gs for it.
No,
I mean,
yeah, absolutely. So I mean, that's just how it worked. Remember, I retired in 2009, so
right before the boom of that.
Or was it? Yeah.
Yeah, right around that time where it started to take off. Right?
Okay, thanks for the reminder. I don't remember. Neil, remember 2009 to 2015 is a blur.
that is
I
true.
appreciate y'all for reminding me when I run into you, though. It's all good.
Yeah, but we were talking about the bags. Win your bag at mybookie.com, the best place to place your bets. When you sign up, use a promo code Woodward. MyBookie will match part of your first deposit up to 50%. In free bet. You can win big at mybookie.com. Are you a believer in the Detroit Lions? Take them to win the Super Bowl with some of those free bets when you use a promo code Woodward to sign. What are you laughing about, Sam Flannel? That's a point. It's a free bet, man. It's a free roll. I would do it just to say I had it, just to say I
put like
believe.
$5 or something like that.
Yeah,
Why not?
go ahead and do it at mybookie.com.
I got 5 on.
Yeah, absolutely. Bet on anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Have a gambling problem? Call the Michigan Gambling Hotline. It's 1-800-270-7117.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. Hey, you say no sports to bet on? Hey, we don't care. We're already into fantasy football. You guys got to come check it out. We're talking best balls. We're talking all kinds of stuff over there at 4:30 the Woodward Bets YouTube page. You guys also got to make sure you check out oddstrader.com. It's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, and the best place to check all the odds at the sports books right in the palm of your hand. But hey, we know we normally give you guys winners, but you guys got to make sure you come check us out at 4:30, and we're going to start talking some fantasy football. Woodward Bets, oddstrader.com. Check it out.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
The Academy of Warren is a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house that is a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field. Can also be used for 7-on-7 football. So the kindergarten to 8th grade features AM and PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, athletics. So if you want to be a part of the Academy of Warren, go see them today and enroll. academyofwarren.net. Tell them Big D Energy sent you.
Pulling up on the second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, all here in the building. Happy y'all are with us as we power in to hour number 2. On our YouTube chat thread, get involved, get your thoughts in on the show. Southpaw Slab says, would love to have a segment on cards and collectibles. You know what? I vibe with that. We're gonna try to pull that off. Maybe tomorrow or Thursday. We'll get somebody.
Call?
Yeah,
Who you gotta call?
Reach out to a couple people and see
right.
see what we can line up on
We're
here.
gonna reach out to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will do that. You know what's funny is when you show up at these golf outings, we were at the worst golf outing up in Frankenmuth. John Yu was there from Pro Sports Zone, right, in Livonia. And I was talking with him about, just the market and what people are buying and what they're not buying. And he brought up the fact that he thinks Cade Cunningham is really, really underpriced right now and undervalued to where, the top end of what he could be. He could be on Luka's level.
And interesting to hear for everyone.
Like, he makes his living doing that.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. To go. So that would tell me if, I'll probably have interest in a Cade Cunningham jersey or whatever. That's like one of the things. Go get it now. And that's, I think, it's always cool to know what's hot or what's not, but little information
surprising,
like that.
Yeah.
Because we're here in Detroit and it's only going to get better for 3 of the 4 teams. So finding out right now how to get it. And it's also, if we're using John Yu as an example, the Asian sensation over there does such a phenomenal job. It's getting you equipped with the right gear that you want, whether it's a sweatshirt, whether it's a jersey, instead of just saying, okay, because trust me, guys, you're going to be wearing these things a lot in your fandom because it's only going to get better and better and better. As the clock runs down, the teams are getting better. That's what I see. I didn't hear that, Neal. I've seen it with my eye. I know.
I bought a Cade Cunningham jersey literally the day after we drafted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. You were waiting.
I was.
And our YouTube chat thread, YT Sparty, is anyone following Canadian football, eh? Who you talking to right now? Of course we are.
We getting Fish in here for his CFL segment?
East Division's trash this year, by the way, man. Toronto in first place are 2-2. It's a joke, man. Winnipeg 6-0. They haven't looked crisp, though, YT Sparty. They always escape with a victory. They got a very Patriots-esque thing going on right now. They do just enough to win. They never cover the spread.
Ooh, there you go. Trending for your mind.
But, they're the defending champs, so the spread's always nuked a little bit on them. So,
playing from behind.
That's the way that it works. So that West Division in the Canadian Football League is the one to watch. You ever tap in, Sam Flannel? You ever flip a game on?
No, I'm unfortunately Sam Flannel, or Sam Flannel, not Sam Fisher. Wrong one. Wrong one. Sorry, guys.
The legend killer.
Wow. He's spared. At least he throws, shade on everybody.
He does, man. It's not just you. He's getting in. He's getting in on everyone. But we were talking about the Madden rankings, and Jameson Williams has a 98 speed rating, which will be a problem if you're playing against him in the game, because I remember Mike Vick at the 99 wasn't fair.
Yeah, he's returning. If I play Madden, if I get Madden, Jameson Williams returning every kickoff, every punt. He's going to be back down all of them because that is a problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah, until he gets hurt.
Yeah. Turn injuries off.
What?
Turn the sliders down.
What did you just say?
Our producer, Cristiano Ruhl, my son, everybody.
I just want him catching burnt. I just want him running down the field until he gets some time and durability. You can just have your patience. On the championship team, I don't mind once he sort of gets there. But you brought up the fact that the ratings came out on the past catchers.
Yes.
That would mean tight ends, too.
Mm-hmm. Tight ends, too.
TJ Hawkinson, right, Neal, you weren't here yesterday, but we were talking about that he is rated 7th best tight end in the National Football League. Yeah. Now, you were saying, Spence, in here, he's got an 89 ranking.
89.
He ranks very high on catchability and stuff like this.
Awareness, 92. Acceleration, 87.
This puts him fifth. Right?
Ahead of Darren Waller.
Now, does this give you more confidence because of this ranking? And did you just say he ranked him ahead of Darren Waller?
Yes.
Okay, did I tell you that sometimes they miss? Sometimes they're wrong. But you look at it for what it is instead of who he's ranked higher than, is expectations. Right? Because at the end of the day, when they're putting these numbers in and stuff like that, like a lot of times because of what I said about somebody who the way that they're viewed, the way that numbers add up and stuff like this, is that they don't pay attention to us saying, well, you can't have Hawkinson ahead of Waller.
Sorry, he's not ahead of Waller.
I was going to say.
He's ahead of Kyle Pitts. That's what it was.
Well, which is interesting because where does the explanation is? I bet he makes up in blocking and those little things that, Pitts would be a lower rank. Now, would you rather have Kyle Pitts on your team? Is Kyle Pitts a better tight end? Yes. Right? But what I'm trying to tell you is expectations from the outside, not just from pundits like us, talking about it. In the Madden, pretty consistent. I mean, you guys tell me, when you go over the years, do you look at the Madden rankings, like just overall, and think about it and say, oh, they're legit for the most part? Or video game rankings. I do in NHL, in the NHL games, right? The PlayStation EA Sports NHL games, that I'll tell you that the ranking system is pretty much 90%. There might be some variance because they hadn't played, but the numbers, really don't lie. Then the season goes on, guys get better, guys get worse, and then they go from there. But do you guys hold legitimacy to this? Because to me, I look at it like, wow, okay, they're expecting a big year out of this kid too.
Well, and I think part of that goes into just the situation, right? Final end of the contract. Guys tend to usually have good years. I think they put a little bit of that in there. I think they do. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of talking on my ass a little bit, but
but would be along the same lines as Jameson Williams getting a 65.
In that same ballpark
because of rookie,
right? He's a rookie.
So last year the contract, which could be part that's what I'm trying to get across here, Neal, is that there's some variables that are put in that aren't straight sabermetrics or whatever they use in all sports these days. But I just want to know, do you guys take the rankings in history from the video games because you played them or your son or whatever like that as legit?
So, sorry, but the edge rushers just came out. Edge rushers rankings just came out. On the Lions, Aiden Hutchinson is the highest rated edge rusher at 77. Charles Harris, Romeo Okwara, 76. Julian Okwara, 70. Josh Pascal, 69. Nice.
So my question, can somebody answer my question?
Yeah.
Do you take the ratings serious? 80%, 75%? Where are you at?
I think I'm at 80%. I could be right around there because, like we talked about, the player, it means a lot to the players.
I'm talking years past. Consistency over the years of playing the game. Have you had a big discrepancy with the ratings? It should come to your mind as a yes or no because it should remind you that these guys are off.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have a discrepancy with it. They normally get it right.
It may be off a little bit, but what I'm trying to tell you is that I look back at it because of what is expectations or what it is. I use me as an example. Skating's brutal. Like it's as far
12,
as like you're probably
right?
a 60 some rating when I was a rookie. By the time I'd won my second cup, I was like an 81.
Were you ever an 81 skater, D-Mac?
No, that wasn't a skate. That's overall.
Oh, okay.
No, dude, but I tapped 70, and that's huge. That's like getting 100. Right? Exactly.
Were you a 70? Were you a 70 skater?
You guys out there that skate, if my ranking's 50, yours is 53. You guys are all better skaters than me. That just goes to show you I did the rest of the things really good.
So Hutch being a 77 overall. All right. Well, here's what I'll do on the fly then. We'll go around the room for it. So Hawk's an 89, but Hutch is a 77.
Yeah, but that's offense defense.
Malcolm Rodriguez is 65.
Who else? Give me some. What's Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald, he's a 99.
Yeah.
He's 99 every year.
Overall?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's a Hutchinson comparable?
Let me check real fast.
No, I'm just saying, like, name a guy who you would expect. Name
Joey Bosa.
But he's not. Right, but okay. So you expect him to get to that, more of that level.
I would say he's Max Crosby.
Okay, what's Max Crosby? What I'm trying to tell you is, where are the guys you put him next to? Look at the numbers and see if, he's a better block. I see him. Your eyeball test.
Max Crosby is an 88 overall.
Okay, so he's getting a little juice lately.
Yeah.
He's on the come up. But hey, Sam Flannel, if you're saying he's rookie of the year,
either.
If he's rookie of the year and a 12-sack guy, then he's a 90.
I don't know about a 90. I mean, I think you'd put him to 85, something like that by next year if he actually hits what I think he is going to hit. I expect him, no matter what, to have a good enough year so that his ranking is at least 80 to 85. But I'm expecting 85 to 90 at the beginning of next year. I see him as someone who has a ceiling better than Max Crosby. I think his measurables are better. I think he's more athletic. No disrespect to Max Crosby. Max Crosby's a great edge rusher, but Aiden Hutchinson, he's the second pick. He's got to be elite. He's got to be perennial Pro Bowl, All-Pro, possibly even Hall of Fame. And it starts this year, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
And the legend Killer has weighed in on Max Crosby too.
Neal, you just told yourself why he's ranked 77. Because he's a rookie. Because he hasn't proven. In Madden, you have to prove it before you get the cookie. Do you not get it?
No, I get it.
That's what I'm saying. In these rankings, is they're going to give you some juice, but all the guys you're talking about in the Max Crosby, right, is a proven Pro Bowler. He's played. He's got stats. So if you want to see legitimacy and show us, right? Madden tells you to show us.
I'll never tire of D-Max Rick Ross impersonation. I will never tire of that. Never tire. When I'm on the treadmill at Planet Fitness, never tire of that. We're live at the Planet Fitness studios. Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. Membership starts at just $10 a month. The Black Card option out there as well at $24.99 per month. Less than $1 a day gets you use of all the amenities. The tanning, the massage chairs, the total body enhancement, all of it. And access to over 2,000 Planet Fitni around the world with unlimited guest privileges. And don't forget, you still got some time. Planet Fitness inviting high school teenagers ages 14 to 19 to work out for free all summer long up until August 31st. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, pull up on Planet Fitness and join that up as well. Today in club, you're going to pass a couple on the way home. Pull in there or online, planetfitness.com. It is Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty,
where your fitness is essential. Tricep day.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the Bottom Line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live. All right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta equipment has everything you need to get that job done right. Have a bog project coming up? We'll get Rogelio. He can drive one of these things. Alta Rent has you covered, so call him today, 844. Go to Alta. That's 844. Go to Alta.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, Sam Flannel, the legend Killer, as he is known. Happy to be with you. And, we're just chopping it up, Madden ratings and such. But, I always go back to this where... And I think the legend killer, Sam Flannel, does speak for a lot of people. And I think he speaks for a lot of people that are laying down their money in the sports books. I think he speaks for a lot of people that are Michigan fans here in the area. I think he speaks for a lot of people that are Lions fans here in the area. He without fail, without hesitation, expects Aiden Hutchinson to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Demands it. Legend killer is it. 12 sacks, whatever. I mean, you can debate that number, all that kind of stuff. It's, for me, you're looking at the hype, right? And we saw it with Peter King, what he wrote earlier. Even on this network, Spencer Raxter. Braylon Edwards took to these very airwaves.
That is true.
And proclaimed it. 10-win season's not as crazy as some people think. Right?
Yeah, I got the tweet from Braylon.
What did he say?
Here's it. Oh, maybe I don't have the tweet from Braylon. I thought I did. But Braylon said, sorry, I was pulling that Pistons better.
Oh,
tweet.
yeah. We'll get to that a little bit later on. Big time money going in on the Pistons out there in the world of sports betting.
Braylon said on a tweet, and I quote, "I've been observing the Lions very closely from training camp last year to the very moment we are in right now. The Lions are on the verge of being special. I watched what Pete Carroll and Brian Schneider did for the Seahawks, and it's very similar. Watch out, 10-7 is possible."
And look,
I don't think he's out of line. I think that it all depends on health. It all depends on how quick James Williams can come back. It all depends on a lot of things. What it really depends on is what kind of start do they get? How do they come out? But everything he said there is true. It holds true. That's a culture change when Pete Carroll and Snyder went to Seattle. We know that. It was more of a quicker turnaround when they got the right pieces in place. So, I mean, you got to give my man credit as far as that. We going to see.
Absolutely. And that was a great segue, D-Mac, to this message here on our YouTube chat thread. Remember, you can get involved, get your thoughts out there, get your thoughts known. Wheezy D313 says, did Neal do his Drake album review or did we let it slide? I have not. I didn't get a chance to listen to it this weekend. It is a work in progress, though. We are going to do it. Just trust me on this one, guys. We are certainly going to do that. And, look, for me, if all these numbers check out that everyone's throwing around, I just don't know what's real and what's fake. It's just the receiver thing. You expect 1,000 from Chark, right? Like every $10 million. A 1-year, $10 million deal. You have some pretty high expectations. People are expecting 1,000, right?
I mean, he's done it before. I mean, he's coming off of an injury, but it's not a devastating injury, and it happened fairly recently. Although I don't necessarily expect 1,000, but I do expect him to be that stretch the field, tall, deep threat kind of guy. But I don't think 1,000, especially in a 17-game season, is outside the realm of possibility for DJ Chark.
Yeah, but again, though, now you start throwing 1,000 for St. Brown, 1,000-ish for Hawkinson. It's not realistic.
I mean, someone is going to get 1,000 on the Detroit Lions. That's another thing.
I don't think you're right, Neal. It's not. It is realistic right now. Just like we can say they could. Just like Braylon's saying. Right now, it's all realistic. We don't know what it looks like coming out of there. You've heard 5,400 yards. You've heard whatever like this. You don't know.
That's not realistic, though, man.
The 5,400 yards isn't realistic. The 1,000 yards from St. Brown, from Hawkinson, Chark, for all three of them, for one of the three, that's all in play. We'll see how this offense looks. You can't say that. They spent the most money on the offense. We're not mad at that because we like the fact Jared Goff's protected. It all comes down to the play action. It comes down to execution and stuff like this. But if this team is a 10-win team, right, that's how they're going to get there, right, with all those guys being what we expect out of them. Anybody else hanging out here going that 6.5 to 10 is 3.5 games. So if you have any adamant that this could happen, you best be getting on that over 6.5 wins.
Do you think Vegas is going to miss by 33%? Honestly,
I think in this case they could. In this case, they could because of what Braylon said, but what we see, because in this, the culture change, it doesn't have. What'd they miss on the Cincinnati Bengals on last year? You know what I'm saying? They're going to miss something. Vegas can miss something in the turnaround of the offseason. They don't see what the potential is. But they could be right, Neal. Because we could be sitting here and all the stuff that we expect, just like we did out of the Tigers, coming out hot, come out, and right, and then 6 wins isn't in play.
Harold Williams says, definitely getting 1,000. They're talking about Jameson Williams here. Definitely getting 1,000 if he plays 14 games. Hawks not getting 1,000. St. Brown and Chark getting a rack also this season. So now we're at 4,000 yards here, man.
Which is
no, but that's just that. That's not one pass to a running back. That's not one pass to a backup receiver, one pass to a backup tight end. You know what I'm saying?
But it might not be 1,000. It might be 800.
It.
It might be 800. It might be 850 to him and 900 to him and 1,200 to him and 120 to him and whatever else. So on a winning team, that's how they're going to get there, because the ball's going to be distributed and Jared Goff's going to look like he's the guy moving forward, and we're all happy, and they could blow that number out of the water. The question is the Detroit Lions the odds-on favorite that if they do, to beat the spread of what Vegas has set? Yeah. Can they go over the most? And unfortunately, you don't make extra money unless you bet it. But again, so there is a pathway there. Because then you look at how are they going to get there. You look at the division. Well, you know what? Yeah, there's some spots, and we've mentioned it already that their competition is Minnesota, really. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So can they
old number 12 still involved as well.
I get it, but old number 12, what I'm saying is they figured out a way in the past to they know what they're dealing with him, right? Like what I'm saying is you got to come out and can you go 500 in your division? Can you win these games in your division? I think I'm more confident going in, and this is preseason before we see everything, is that might not win the division, but can finish 500 with what Chicago's got going on, with the split here, with what Green Bay's got going on. Why not? So that's where I start. Can I get 4 games in my division? Yeah. Now can I go out elsewhere? If I can get these 4 games, that means my team.
Where can you get 6 from somewhere else?
Where can I get 6? And you remember you have 17 games. So the argument's there. Now we just got to see the execution.
Yeah, and because injuries are going to happen. They just are. They do to every single team out there. Somebody you're counting on will miss more games than they play next year.
Now, are we in a better position do we have better backups now? Do we have better depth in play? Well, that's a question to ask, but it looks like from what we've drafted in last year's draft, in this year's draft, we have serviceable bodies, right? So that's what you need, guys that can play. Not worried about Hall of Famers and stuff. I'm worried about guys that'll help get to the next level. And if you have those players, because injuries go down, do you have guys that can step up? So, I mean, it's the conversation's there. Last year, you couldn't have the conversation. Now, at least you're having this sort of conversation. Could you see it happen? If it happened, would you be outrageously surprised? No. Right? No. I mean, I'm almost be outrageously surprised if they don't win 6 or 7 games.
The Drake album's taking a beating on the YouTube chat thread. Okay, it does?
It sucks.
See, because I said that about the last one when I heard it the first time.
Worse. Way worse. There's only one rap song on the album.
Well, see, like I said it when I heard it the first time.
Yeah.
And then, like, as it goes through the radio rotation, and you start hearing, Knife Talk was a banger. Absolute banger.
Yeah.
No Friends in the Industry is a banger.
Certified Lover Boy is way better than this new album. I'll tell you that right now. Jimmy Cooks is the only good song on the album. The rest of them are like EDM songs.
Okay.
With Drake going ha in the background, and it's like beep 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 beep. It's literally so bad. Jimmy Cooks it's him and 21 Savage though. It's a fire song.
Okay.
Song. If he did the whole album like that, it would be album of the year, but it wasn't.
But that's all he needs is a game-winning home run in the bottom of the 9th of one game, and the legend lives on.
The rest of the album is unlistenable, unless you're on a boat. It's boat music. It's like background music.
Oh, man. I love it. John says, I don't know where he got this one from. John says Neal's haircut is the new big boy model. Oh, yeah, okay.
There we go.
All right. And then there was another one I missed. Somebody used the word sus. And I'm going to have a standing rule. This going forward. If you put a message in the YouTube chat thread and you use sus or mid, I stop what I'm doing and I read it.
It's fair.
That's how I'm going to do it. I have to see it, though, obviously. These comments are firing through pretty quickly as the show rolls on. There was a big believer in the Detroit Pistons that we're going to talk about coming up next, and I'm a big believer in the folks at Gypsy Vodka. They've created the official drink of summer, the Mulligan, made with Gypsy Vodka. If you're out on the golf course or if you're hanging out in the backyard, the Mulligan is calling your name. Ask for the Mulligan at your local golf course or at a Total Wine near you. Now remember, everybody, these are 8%. Okay? You were warned. They're 8%. I don't want to hear the stories later on. You know going in. All right? And it's from the people at Gypsy Vodka, local company, up there in Petoskey. So support a Michigan brand. Ask for it by name. It's Gypsy Vodka. As always, it's 8%, so drink responsibly.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Ciabattas, summer salads, and dip shakes. All at Big Boy. Try a chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or sunrise ham and cheddar. All on our grilled ciabatta bread. Or keep it light with our Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. And don't forget to cool off with a frosty hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you can join the Pepper Club and get all the best deals. Take a look at all the unlimited tanning options, and they'll beat the competitors' prices by at least $5. Chili Peppers Tanning has the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans. Go to chilipepperstanning.com. Find out which one of their 26 locations, more on the way, work best for you. Chili Peppers Tanning. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, coming down the stretch of the show on a Tuesday. Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, as well as Drake just getting pummeled in the YouTube chat thread right now. Prag Patel, I heard Drake eats cream of wheat. Harold Williams, Drake got rich and stopped trying. David E. Walker, Drake's new album is an album Sam Flannel would blast with the windows down on the way to work.
No, Sam has good music taste.
Mike G, can Spencer do the rest of the show in his Drake voice?
Sure, no thing. You know, we're over here. He does that stupid voice that pisses me off.
Oh, man. So, Mark Walston says, so bad, all the way to the bank for Drake. Detroit Dabber. It's going to be tough for anyone to top this one. It's shopping and H&M music.
It really is. It really, it's literally background music. It's terrible. Except for Jimmy Cooks. Jimmy Cooks is fire. They both.
Mickey Lum Phelps. Jimmy Cooks is a banger.
It is.
Jason Norman, 21 Knife.
21.
Yeah. So, Dom Rivera. So, Spencer, does that make Drake whack like Eminem? Not every song is a banger.
I'd still rather listen to that album than Music to be Murdered to. I'll tell you that for sure. Or Kamikaze.
Hey, D-Mac.
Yeah.
Spencer's over here being a legend killer too.
I respect it, you know. Old Eminem, great Eminem, yeah, he's got classics. I can't, but new Eminem is awful. That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Ryan's reaction: 8% vodka drinks are sus. No, they're not, my friend. They are the least sus thing out there. You know exactly what you're getting into.
Would you say, just out of all the seltzer half and halves, those that one's like the banger.
That one's the most serious business.
So, and you know what? Take that as a warning or a promise or get excited about it.
However you want to interpret that.
Right, exactly. And I've heard, and listen, I'm the alcoholic on this here, right? So the fact that all I hear out of you guys is, for months or whatever, is, man, this is bad. Stick to all you guys leech wild like this. So if that's for you, at least check it out. But be responsible.
Be responsible. Be aware.
Is it
be
all
prepared.
you need is front nine, back nine.
That's it.
Or maybe the two, first few holes you get into it, but that's all you need, sort of.
Then you can just ride it out.
And ride it out, and it gets you there.
It certainly does.
There
so
you
yeah,
go.
there's nothing.
There it is.
There's nothing sus about it. But it's the Drake thing kind of. Drake thing kind of come. Ryan Long, Pine Knob not having the mulligan is pretty sus. So that's fair. That's a fair and valid point. Some big time money out there in the business community, D-Mac, on the Detroit Pistons. I don't know if you caught.
I did.
This.
I saw somebody. I thought that it might have been our fearless leader. Somebody else. I think Spencer put that out there, but somebody dropped $10K on Detroit to win the Eastern Conference. So if they do, it's a $3 million payout.
Absolutely. One better put $10K on the Pistons to win the Eastern Conference at plus 30,000. If the bet hits, the payout will be $3.01 million.
Maybe it was the guy that just won the World Series of Poker for $10 million, and he had an extra $10,000. He's a huge Piston. I don't know. Like somebody's got extra. Somebody obviously had some money lying around that they didn't have any use for. But in all seriousness, not the worst bet I've ever seen made. Right?
What's the?
I mean, that's the
what's the most absurd bet in retrospect you ever made, D-Mac? One that just never had a chance.
Well, the one that just never had a chance. I wasn't flyer like that. I was more throw more money than needed out there, have a chance and not win that chance. that was
what's the in retrospect? It made sense when you did it, but one of the dumbest
never
ones.
Made sense when you did it.
Okay, there you go.
Here's the thing. If you're gonna the rule and what I've learned, if you're gonna gamble, is whatever you're willing to lose. Whatever you gotta go in there and automatically say that this is my $100 and that's it. You're gonna bet it. So if you like that, because it's sort of like playing the lottery or anything else. It's when you chase that bet. Or I think Neal, the worst thing was like. Picking a football, like trying to beat the spread back in the day when I used to bet football. So, like big time. So the early 2000s or whatever, and then chasing a trend that never happened. That never
but you were
came
determined
true.
it was
11-0, and then boom, 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 and then lost I think I lost 7 bets in a row after. Yeah, not good. But here's the thing. The Darren McCarty, what is that he does things to the best of his ability, and then he'll do it till he doesn't ever have to do it again. So I don't have to do that stupidity again, if that makes sense. Sometimes I got to go through it, though. How about you? Do you have a bad?
You got to learn. The dumbest one I ever made actually won, which was pretty funny. It was about the 2008 World Cup, I want to say. I think it was 2008 World Cup, 2006 World Cup, 6, 8. I can't remember which one exactly. I was in the sports. I was walking through the sports book. It was like 8:30 a.m. Vegas time. You know what that walk is like. I'll just leave it at that.
I know a whole bunch of different walks.
You can suspect.
Was it morning or was it night?
8:30 a.m. in the morning on the way in. So I got
absolutely
on the way in. Everybody's done it. And one of the World Cup matches was getting ready to start, and it was Tunisia against a country I literally hadn't heard of before. And so I rolled in there, and the activities of the evening put you in a position where you're not going to have your best judgment with you, right? So I wagered a pretty sizable amount of money to me, $500.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sizable amount of money.
Sizable to anybody, I would think.
To me, on Tunisia, maybe Estonia, maybe it was. I don't remember exactly. I wagered on them to draw. At
so
plus,
he's just wagering for no fun at all.
Yeah, no, he's wagering for the plus money.
No, I don't even remember why it was. So I walked up there.
He's gonna go pass out and not watch it anyways.
Well, and I walked up there and put the money down, and it said this to draw, and I don't recall Like, I didn't know that all $500 bills were there. I do remember that part of it. And so I put it in there. I got the ticket. I went back up to the room, slept for about an hour and a half. Then the guys were like, come on, let's go. Get up. All that kind of stuff. We're going down to the pool today. So I walked back down to the sports book after about an hour and a half of sleep. And you remember those days, D-Mac. The only way you can make it go away.
Get back on that horse. Got to ride that pony.
So I'm watching the match. I'm watching the match in the sports book, and Tunisia's losing, and it's like the 91st minute. They're losing 1-0. Tunisia scores in the 93rd minute to level the match at 1, and I jump up. And this is there's a whole sports book in Vegas. There's got to be 200 people in there.
So it's horse race, and nobody's really getting into the game.
The afternoon baseball's just starting. You know, there's 100.
Everybody's just like coming out of their fog.
There's about 100 people in that sports book, and 2 of us jump up. Me on one side, this other random dude on the other. We're like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the dude comes up to me. This is why I think the story's relatable, because the dude comes up to me after it's over. He's like, why did you bet on that? I'm like, bro, I don't know. I didn't have a feeling. I didn't have a suspicion. None of it. And I told him, bro, I don't know. But I walked up to the window, and I got my, $1,550 winnings and stuff like that. And then got the coldest blackjack table of all time and lost half of it. So there you go.
Yeah. I was downtown.
I love that. Hey, Rake says, the worst bet you ever made, you won. So on point for Neal Ruhl. That is so... Dude, if that wasn't sauce...
Yeah, absolutely. Did Team Tunisia have a grind line? I don't know. What were you going to say, Spence?
I was downtown pretty hammered at the casino a little while ago and threw $50 on the Lightning to beat... the Maple Leafs in Game 7. I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah?
I walked up to the sports book. I was like, they're gonna choke. I slapped it down.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
So that was the way that it worked. But Rack, I did give back half of it. I think, God, we lost 13 hands in a row in blackjack or something like that. We just got molly. As Terry Foster. Terry Foster would say, we got mollywopped.
Yeah.
And so that was it.
There's usually a story that I've gone through anybody who knows me is I'll play slots. That's pretty much it. I've gone through every other game because I have a story, not like yours, but at the other end to be able to bury it. So some of us have to kill it. So if you're out there, you don't need to do it. I already have.
Yeah, there you go. I do like that. But no, somebody's a big believer in the Pistons, man. $10,000.
Did Tunisia pull their goalie? Like, was the goalie over center?
Remember.
Do you remember? That would have been so cool if he was in on the play.
Yeah, I don't know. But you got to remember, too, sometimes like goal differential comes into play at the World Cup. So even if you're losing, it's not like
God, so you were really behind the 8 ball because they didn't want to pull their goalie. So,
Jose De La O, Neal, did you talk about David Faraday leaving for Liv? I have not. He got a bag.
Apparently the guy who just won the Open is leaving too.
Yeah, Cam Smith's leaving.
Yeah,
Henrik Stenson, who was the captain of the Ryder Cup for the European team, is leaving for it and renouncing the captaincy of the Ryder Cup. There's a problem, man.
The money's there, I had an opportunity to run into the U.S. Amateur champ James Pyatt yesterday, and
who took the money? Who took the money?
And just pretty much the conversation of not only what I got out of it is that there's no expense spared for them, for everything you want, and pretty much what I'd said, right, is he says to me is that now I just get to concentrate on golf. He says I played in 2 PGA events and I lost like $3,000 to $5,000 for each event because I didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to understand that this is a great opportunity where he can just go out and play and play and play and play and something to it. What did you say? Rumored Faraday got $3 million.
$3 million-ish, yeah.
What's the bag man say about that?
D-Mac, if they come to me and say, hey, we want you to be a commentator.
How's your on-course reporting? How's your on-course interview? You can wear the headset.
I'm just telling you guys, for $2 million,
yeah,
I'm taking it. Like, just so you guys know, everybody here aware.
For $1 million, I'll entertain the conversation. Not going to say I'll agree, but you can come to the door.
They offer me $100,000 to run the boards. I'll go do it.
100%.
I like it. How'd it go?
100%. I'll make sure they juice you up to 150.
I appreciate that.
Not coming out of my pocket. I would just tell them to pay you 50 more.
I appreciate that.
I got you, Spence. I got you. I mean, but what's the point, right? Like, what's the line? What's the line to cross? And they'll go over it. And I'm sorry, man, but I'm taking that.
So the whole thing is that what isn't the PGA doing that they could have done? And I know the big area the contention is, they suddenly found $5 million for the for the U.S. Open tournament that wasn't there. That's the big miss. If you're treating your guys properly, then they wouldn't want to leave. Especially, you nailed it, Henrik Stenson relinquishing the captaincy,
of the Ryder Cup,
which is like one of only a few guys that you have to be so.
To me, that's the line. Like the Liv has cracked it.
They
now.
cracked it
with that one.
Right.
It's not Henrik Stenson. It's what he gave up to go.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it is. Detroit Dabber, real quick. I threw $20 on Dan Campbell to win Coach of the Year last year. LOL. Man, hey, it happens. Let me tell you about the Sports Marketing Agency. They help spread awareness of mental health and substance abuse disorder. Their podcast is called This is the F Word. That spreads awareness of fentanyl and other addictions that, let's be real, guys, are plaguing our community as we speak. Go to thesportsma.com. If you're struggling or if you know someone that's struggling, go to thesportsma.com. The Sports Marketing Agency, they are here to help.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it, you've heard of it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They have $12 open unlimited play where you can stay there open until close, have a good time. They also have private lane reservation, $120, 10 to 12 people. You get your own lane. You can bring in any type of food you want. If you get thirsty, they have a $2 mystery beer vending machine. Pops in $2, pops you out a good beer, no hassle, no fuss needed, know what you want to make a decision. They have multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from, so come on down and check them out in Hamtramck at the Foaling Warehouse, or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com. Again, that is foalingwarehouse.com.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter taking some heat on the YouTube chat thread for hating on Eminem.
Get with the times. This isn't the early 2000s anymore.
This is the first time.
Can I use mine? The no blasphemy.
Yeah.
There'll be no Eminem blasphemy. I'd like you were cordial until then. All right.
I'm
buying him time. No. His new stuff.
Chat.
He's in a different place.
Trash.
Right
place.
when he needs it. Whatever like that. You're talking about your boy who whatever's releasing yacht stuff. At least my guy still's got an opinion and they give you. Whatever it is, don't listen.
Not a drink.
No, listen. I don't want to have to bring the Goon Squad in here and have you but if it comes to that, bro, I'm Goon Squad, so you're in trouble.
Yeah. You know
so
who's the winner?
Let's just cut it right here. Can we put him in the Joe Dumars to Neal, and I'll just take that. I'll send a message that you want a little bit more.
Like Joe Dumars.
But you know what? He's not really yours. You have Drake. Eminem's ours.
Drake is not mine.
Yeah, well,
I'm not claiming Drake.
That's what I'm saying. That's your gen.
You know who the
leave
big
my
winner?
Guys out of it.
Through all this that's going on right now, you know who the big winner in all this is? Sam Flannel.
For sure. I'm taking
because
the heat
Spencer Raxter is having his first Legend Killer moment.
That's fine.
Oh, do you want to know something funny, though?
Say it, Sam.
I agree with Spencer on this one.
Of course you do.
It's not the point of agreeing or disagreeing. You keep the man's name out of your mouth, out of out of your mouth unless you have something pleasant to say. Your opinion doesn't matter. Don't make me get up on here and show. Do I got to show you absolutely that I'm a man of my word, or can you watch Unrivaled again and I'll tell you exactly? So from now on, we don't have anything nice to say about Eminem, Joe Dumars. Who else you got?
Miguel Cabrera.
You got somebody.
Sergei Fedorov, obviously.
Listen, we don't even get on Carmelo.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I do.
And you don't matter.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Good. But there you go, Patrick Mahomes. Is it time for him to play like an adult again and quit playing schoolyard ball?
He never played schoolyard ball.
What are you talking? Did Patrick Mahomes play schoolyard ball? Did he get a little careless in the last couple of years and trying to push the envelope?
No, because he won a Super Bowl doing it. So yeah.
No, not last year.
No, but he has. You know what I'm saying?
No, he did that then. But since he's won the Super Bowl, has he not been more?
No, he's been playing the same way he plays. Yeah, it caught up with them a little bit. You know?
Or other teams,
Yeah.
right? So tell your guy to grow up a little bit. No more slam.
Best 4-year start to a career of any quarterback in NFL history. And just for the record, the Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, the Eminem Show, great.
You don't have to tell me about the greatness of Eminem, bro.
I agree with that, Sam.
Yes, and I know you guys do, but we don't. Hey, I'm just saying, unless it's positive to deal with Eminem, we don't bring it up. Just like at the end of Patrick Mahomes' great career, how many Super Bowls do you expect him to have?
3.
Okay.
I even like the Marshall Mathers LP too. That was
Kill Shot was awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
That's fair.
Kill Shot was a banger.
Bring them
and
all
that was
in.
recent.
Marshall Mathers LP2 was probably my favorite out of his newest albums.
Okay.
All right, there you go. But no one really was worrying because Drake's your boy and you love Yacht Rock. Or whatever. Is Drake officially on Yacht Rock? Is that what you said?
Honestly, that album it's yacht music. Drake is not my boy, though.
I got a text here from Luda that says Saudi Arabia was the Tunisia opponent, coincidentally. So there you see. I was fighting battles.
Wait a sec.
I was fighting battles long before everybody else was.
You didn't know where Saudi Arabia was?
I couldn't remember.
That's how 8:30 in the morning on
I
the
probably
way
did.
in.
I probably didn't know where Tunisia was. I'll say that.
There you go.
I knew one of them. There were extenuating circumstances.
You went with the top. I love
No,
it.
but we wrapped up this discussion. We asked the question, what's the dumbest bet you ever made? Somebody put $10,000 on the Pistons to win the Eastern Conference. They'll win $3.01 million if they do. And just real quick, wrapping up the discussion on that, Harold Williams, $10K to win $3 million. Dude's got money to blow. Southpaw Slab says, come on, Chad Johnson, reinvest that instead in Woodward Sports.
Alrighty.
Okay.
But my question is, if you're gonna make, because if you take that bet, right, and say it's $100 bet, that's to win $3,000, right? So if you're gonna bet $10,000 to win $3 million, that's not a bad deal, right? Did I do my math right?
No, absolutely.
No, that's like $10,000. Yeah, that's adding
Here
6 zeros.
on Mark M, Sam Flannel's going to start pointing out all of Tom Brady and Tiger Woods' flaws too.
Oh, don't get me started on Tom Brady. Don't get me started on Tom Brady. I could go all day,
Why don't
but
we
I'll
get a
save it.
show
I'll save
with
it.
Maz and Sam Flannel, and they can just like toggle Tom Brady the whole show.
Oh, I go way harder on Tom Brady than Maz. Maz has turned a corner. I have not. He is the luckiest of all time.
Oh my gosh.
I could go all day.
The
I'll save
loat.
it. I will save
Whoa!
it. I borrowed that from Rob Parker.
Holy cow. Which, by the way, I'll make sure. Jay, my boy J.R. Adams, the stuntman, is going to be shooting a commercial with Tom Brady in August. So I will make sure that he lets him know that Sam Flannel says he is the luckiest of all time. Have you ever heard that disrespect? I mean,
got it from
other
Rob
than what he
Parker.
said towards me, but don't worry about it. It's me. I can take it.
Mike G wants to know, does Sam Flannel use a Phillips screwdriver or a flathead screwdriver to scratch off Red Wings names off the Stanley Cup?
I don't have that kind
How
of
did you get
authority.
D-Mac's name off the cup, Sam Flannel? Did you use a flathead?
I would not take. Well, maybe the 08 Cup. That's the one. That's the one.
He's so on brand, everybody. Scab says D-Mac's about to square up and start pulling some jerseys over people's heads in this studio.
No. I'm older than that. I'll wait till it's off camera. No one's looking, and I am in a kneecap a whole bunch of guys with my where's my bat? Seen you guys playing with it.
It's over there.
Yeah.
It's
the
over
Johnny
there.
Olerud, how heavy is that bat, Neal? That would do serious damage, right?
Oh, 100%.
It's like a 40 ouncer.
100%. Cody Engel says, it doesn't matter. It's all about the Island Boys now. We love this is an Island Boy friendly show right here.
Oh, my God. Dude.
We should get the Island Boys on the show.
That would be funny.
Dude, the greatest thing is that they had to cut their hair because they had a whole ecosystem living up in that rat's nest. That is unbelievable. They're broke. They're broke.
Oh, for sure.
Machiavelli sucks to go. Yeah, Babe Ruth is overrated too. Babe Ruth overrated, Sam Flannel.
Oh no! If you listen to the bottom line last night, Ryan Armani said that he was overrated. I've actually done a deep dive into Babe Ruth's career. He is even better than you think.
Yes.
He led the American League in home runs 12 times. 12. He was hitting bombs when
he hit more than the league.
People and Latinos were in the league. Like,
yeah, but
Babe Ruth was hitting 65 mile per hour slot balls.
No. And look, Spence, you know me. I'm big on that, right?
Yeah.
Like the pre-Latino, pre-black player era. I'm big on that. That's relevant. But when you hit more home runs yourself than the rest of the league, that's pretty elite. You are very elite.
You take prime Miguel Cabrera and drop him into Babe Ruth's era. He's hitting 400 home runs in 2 years. Like it's nutty. Like, I don't know.
But is he going to hit one? Is he going to hit one 670 feet over the center field fence at the Polo Grounds?
Yes, I'm 100% with Ryan Armani on that. Maybe not to the point of him being a minor leaguer, but Babe Ruth would not survive in today's MLB. Fact.
Well, if you need a haircut, D-Mac, where would you survive today?
Absolutely. I'm going to walk about 12 steps, and you know what? You can walk into any one of the 168 Lady Janes. Mine is just a lot closer because we are at the global headquarters of Lady Jane's. So in case you knew that or didn't know that, Lady Jane's, the award-winning haircut experience. Register. Once in a lifetime opportunity to win the car of your dreams from Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign up for that drawing. Could win a new Cadillac. No appointment necessary. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Neal Ruhl here for oddstrader.com, the #1 site for all of your game day bets, play-by-play updates, live scores, and this is probably the most important part of this, the best price on every game for multiple sports books. Hey, you're going to bet Tunisia, Saudi Arabia to be a draw? Find out which sports book's got the best line for it, and you can do it with oddstrader.com. Go to oddstrader.com right now to find your best bet. Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Sam the Legend Killer, Flannel, Spencer the Legend Killer, #2, Rackster, taking some heat from the people. And, for once it's not me.
I'll gladly kill Babe Ruth's legend. It's
Babe Ruth,
great for the era.
Eminem.
I gave Eminem his respect. I did.
Okay. It doesn't matter. You can never. Here's what I've learned: you can never put that toothpaste back in the tube.
Oh no!
You're all forever and now always going to be an Eminem hater.
I'll hold it. I'll hold the candle.
And as time goes by, it'll be you say he sucked. Yeah. He didn't make one good song.
Yeah.
That's just the way that it works. Hey, let's do some Ask D-Mac. We're back at it here. Did you guys do some Ask D-Mac yesterday?
We did.
You did? All right, let's do some more Ask D-Mac. 4-time Stanley Cup champion. I'll take questions too, whatever you guys want to do. We say we like to let you guys program the show, so certainly. We will do it. Mike G says, I got Team Tunisia 5-game sweeping Team Saudi Arabia. Word. It did seem to strike a chord with a lot of people out there. Tammy Chin, final 7 minutes of the show. Just need 10 more likes. So go ahead, smash that like button. Southpaw Slabs. Here's an Axe, Rackster, and Flannel. Thoughts on Derek Jeter?
I'm going to go first because I know Sam will Sam will take the cake. I already know how he feels about Derek Jeter. But I love Derek Jeter. He's, he was the captain. He led teams to championships. He was the ultimate leader in baseball. Obviously, the jump throw it's an iconic Derek Jeter play. So, and he's a guy from Michigan. So, I love Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter is the most overrated player in baseball history. You know, guys, he's 94th all-time in wins above replacement, but yet he's second in Hall of Fame voting percentage. Between 2003 and his retirement, he won 5 Gold Gloves, but was the worst defensive shortstop
according to the metrics. Yeah,
he was, and it's ridiculous. He's one of those guys that if he were drafted by another team, he would be just another good guy. Nomar Garciaparra and A-Rod, way better than him.
That's absolute BS with your lucky take on Tom Brady, because they still had to be there and get it done. So whatever you can argue the fact that, they were biased because he was in New York and did it, but the fact that he's got rings on the end of his finger, all of them do, and you know what? Those are intangibles that you'll never know, because you know what? That's the intangibles to winning that you need. Consistently doing it. We're not talking about some doofuses that did it once and not in the markets that they did it. They continued to find a way to do it. And you know what? Because at the end of the day, if you ask these greatness guys, that they didn't have to have the stats. It's not about stats, it's about rings. And you know what? All I hear, especially out of the booth, but a lot around here, is stats. Because when you're talking about the disrespect to whatever the games aren't the same. But you know what? Winning is winning. And at the end of the day, there's an intangible that talent cannot overcome. And you know what? That is winning.
Derek Jeter deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No, what I'm saying is you said he's the most over. Unbelievable. You know what? But that's the mentality, right? Stats. Give me the stats. Give me the stats. Give me this. Give me that. Give me that. No, at the end of the day, look at the stat of the championship.
I will say this, D-Mac. Here's my question. He doesn't deserve a 7-part series on ESPN.
Oh, hell no. Are you implying that he's a baseball version of MJ? Get the fuck out of here.
You're wrong. Oh, really?
7 parts? Dude, who's going to watch that?
Maz.
Oh, my God.
Other than Matt.
Okay, time out.
Maz doesn't count.
Neal, let me bring it back to you. Where's the biggest money support?
No, I get why.
No, don't. So explain why. Don't say he doesn't deserve it because he's going to get it, because you know what? Everybody else for 25 years or 20 years, whatever he played, he's the only guy. It's the same thing as Tom Brady. Why? Because there are only a few of these guys that come around in your generation that whatever deserved or whatever else. You play in New York, you don't get in trouble. You do that. You bring championships. Like, argue the stats to whatever.
Yeah,
I get it. That's your personal bias to not looking at it from the world view.
I didn't say bad. I said overrated. He is the second highest Hall of Fame voting percentage ever. That's insane. And for the Tom Brady thing,
so here's the thing: is say he shouldn't have been the second highest. That was the overrated part. When you say he's overrated Hall of Famer, you're discrediting his career, bro.
I said he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He has over 3,000 hits. I'll give him that.
So then if he's a first ballot, does it matter who's first, second, third vote, whatever like that? That's what the people decide.
I think both things can be true.
He had a higher voting percentage than guys like
cares?
Willie Mays,
Those
Hank
are the guys
Aaron.
that are voting, so... What do so you're not arguing that he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but you're arguing on how many votes he got, which is as stupid as saying Tom Brady's the luckiest, right? There is luck to Tom Brady, but the consistency with 7 Super Bowls,
I mean,
God, you know what? That's winning.
It's
Jeter's winning.
That is winning, Sam.
Your personal opinions or whatever else. Is Tom Brady a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Of course. I'm not an idiot.
Oh, wait. He just went, of course. Oh, my God. Was that out of line for me to ask?
Overrated doesn't mean bad.
He thought you said Hall of Luck. Real quick on the YouTube chat thread. Speaking of winning, GW the Kid. D-Mac, what'd you do with the cup the day you had it the first time?
Banged an eagle off it, took it home, skated around my hometown rink, did pictures with everybody, and partied with all my buddies at a bonfire.
Oh, that's legit. The away fan. Hey, D-Mac, we talk about all this money. What's the dumbest thing you bought with your hockey money? What's the best thing you bought?
Dumbest thing is I just blew it. Probably, mostly on gambling and stuff. I'm not a car. I'm not a. I bought motorcycles, golf clubs, stuff like that.
Yeah. You're not a big car guy or jewelry guy or stuff like that.
Nope. I'm no, not at all. So that was never. Never a big thing. Best thing I did with it is when we did the bad. Dude, it's unfortunate, but my favorite thing I ever got was I bought an RV.
Hell
And
yeah.
until how about this luck? So I was having some trouble with it, right? So I sent it up where we got it and getting fixed at the professional spot. My guys are driving it back. It catches fire and on 59, it blows out the back, has a big fire, saved the equipment and stuff. But that was the last of the RV.
Damn. Tomorrow, we will be back at it. For D-Mac, Darren McCarty, for Sam Flannel, for Spencer Rex. Appreciate y'all tapping in to Big D Energy on the Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.